Here we presents the top 5 best Windows tablets. Starting at number 5, Dell XPS 9370. Flagships don't have to be big. Since its debut at CES in 2012, the Dell XPS 13 has racked up rave reviews as what the company calls the world's smallest 13-inch laptop. It's undergone numerous component upgrades, faced fierce competition and arguably even gotten a bit long in the tooth, yet the late 2017 XPS 13 reigns as our editor's choice. Or reigned, we should say. Today's XPS 13 model recaptures the glamour of the original version with an even trimmer design and a gorgeous rose gold finish with a soft textured white palm rest made of woven glass fiber. The latest XPS 13 steals the crown as our favorite high-end ultra-portable. The gold top and bottom and white edges of the XPS 13 scream smartphone-like style. As before, 2 wide rubber strips instead of the usual 4 dots serve as non-skid feet on the system's underside. Opening the lid reveals the white keyboard, deck, and bezels, razor-thin above and on the sides, broad below the glossy black screen. Stylish details include a stainless tone-on-tone Dell logo on the lid, and laser-etched instead of stickered regulatory details on the bottom. Dell says the 9-layer glass fiber of the vaunted palm rest not only stays cooler than metal, but features a titanium oxide coating to resist yellowing or staining. A new rose gold and white color scheme, well worth an extra $50, makes the Dell XPS 13 a stunning fashion statement, and it's backed by strong performance and a svelte but sturdy build. For more information and price, check out the product links in description. At number 4, CHUWI UBook X. The CHUWI UBook X is a 2-in-1 Windows tablet for those who are operating on a budget. At US $399, CHUWI has included a 12-inch 1440p IPS display, an active stylus, 8 GB of LPDDR4 RAM, and a 256 GB SSD. The tablet has a 38Wh battery, a quad-core processor and comes bundled with a keyboard cover for orders placed by August 8. The latest device in the CHUWI UBook series is here, and with an emphasis on value for money. Called the UBook X, the 2-in-1 Windows tablet follows on from the UBook and UBook Pro, both of which we have already reviewed. The UBook X shares many components with its UBook siblings, but it differs in a few areas. Firstly, the UBook X has a higher resolution display than the UBook or UBook Pro, which have 1080p and 1280p panels, respectively. By contrast, the UBook X has a 1440p panel and a 3:2 aspect ratio. The panel measures 12 inches, which makes it 0.3 inches smaller than the one that CHUWI includes in the UBook Pro. The IPS display has been paired with an Intel Celeron N4100, which is a 6-watt quad-core chip that CHUWI also uses in the UBook and UBook Pro. The CHUWI UBook X highlights Intel N4100 processor, 4 centers 4 strings, turbo recurrence 2. 4 GHz. It can, without much of a stretch, adapt to the day-by-day office and amusement needs. When demonstrating proficient yield execution just as keeping up low force utilization and improving battery life. 8 GB LPDDR4 double-channel memory and 256 GB SSD stockpiling are appropriate for day-by-day use. With the base of Windows 10, the speed of performing multiple tasks foundation and programming reaction is so quick to improve productivity enormously. The UBook X is currently available to order from CHUWI for US $399. The company implies that this is pre-order pricing though, so the device may rise to US $489 after August 8. Halfway of my listed number 3, Microsoft Surface Go 2. The second iteration of Microsoft's tablet PC for the masses is vastly improved, and one of the best mid-range Windows tablets we've tested in years. The Surface Go 2 is a worthy competitor to both conventional laptops and the Apple iPad in ways that its 2018 predecessor is not. Key improvements include better battery life, a slightly bigger display that results in a sleeker look, and more computing performance. While it's certainly not cheap, the Surface Go 2 is more capable than an iPad and more versatile than a traditional laptop. It easily earns our editor's choice for best mid-range Windows tablet. Microsoft has been making Windows tablets for many years under the Surface brand. The Surface Go 2 follows the same basic design principles of many of the preceding Surface models, including the latest, the Surface Pro 7. It's a rectangular tablet that measures 0.33 by 9, 7 by 6, 9 inches and weighs 1. 2 pounds. The entire front of the device is a 10.5-inch touchscreen, and the ports, the power button, and a volume rocker are scattered around the edges. While you can hold the Surface Go 2 in two hands with ease, a nifty integrated kickstand at the back pops out for propping up the tablet on a flat surface. With a slightly larger display than the first-generation Surface Go, but nearly identical overall dimensions, the Surface Go 2 has smaller borders around the screen. These reduced bezels make the Go 2 look sleeker and more modern than the Surface Go. A larger display was one of the 3 most requested improvements to the original Surface Go, Microsoft says. The other 2 wishes were longer battery life and more computing performance. The first go-around of the Surface Go packed a pokey Intel Pentium Gold processor that delivered middling speed in our tests, and its battery life rang up significantly shorter than that of most ultra-portable laptops. For more information and price, check out the product links in description. Coming in at number 2. Wacom Mobile Studio Pro 16. The Microsoft Surface Pro 4 may be the fine general-purpose Windows 10 hybrid that launched a category, but the Wacom Mobile Studio is a more flexible mobile computer that takes the category to the max with essential sophisticated capabilities for professionals. For one, it offers 8,192 levels of pressure sensitivity with its new Pro Pen 2, far and away the industry leader. It has application-specific programmable hard controls for streamlining operation without a keyboard, because pro content creation is a two-handed job. But as it's a hybrid, you can connect any Bluetooth keyboard to turn it into a Windows 10 laptop. And like the Cintiq line from which it evolved, you can connect it to a system and use it as an interactive pen display and graphics tablet, a not-so-cheap way of adding a touchscreen to your Mac. These are not cheap systems. But given how much the Mobile Studio does, and how sturdy it feels, the prices don't seem too out of line. What does is Wacom's failure to include a stand with them, and frankly, the design should have incorporated a kickstand. As I write, the $100 stand isn't yet available, so I didn't get a chance to test it. I do know it's only a 3-position stand, which isn't as nice as one with continuous tilt options, and it doesn't look like it supports portrait orientation. If the camera webcam weren't on the side, that would be a little less irksome. The Wacom Mobile Studio Pro offers a unique solution for the creative nomad who needs power and flexibility a little more than portability, and isn't constrained by affordability. And number 1. Microsoft Surface Pro 7. Microsoft should have wowed us when it unveiled the Microsoft Surface Pro 7. It should have at least been the perfect time to shore up the issues of its predecessor, the Microsoft Surface Pro 6. However, Microsoft just gave us an incremental update to the line instead of making the leaps in tech most people hoped for. There were critical improvements that could have been made but weren't. It's true that the Microsoft Surface Pro 7 did get some updated internals for a little more power. But you do trade in some battery life for that power. And, considering what Microsoft is asking for the device, it's not enough of an improvement to justify the price. The Surface Pro X was also an underwhelming entry, and we hoped the Surface Pro 7 would make up for that release. The Microsoft Surface Pro 7 looks more like the product before that big generational leap in the product line, and that makes it hard to wholeheartedly recommend it. Hopefully, Microsoft is holding on to its bigger innovations for more exciting products in the future, whether that be something like the somewhat delayed Surface Neo, or the Pro 7's eventual successor, the Surface Pro 8. That said, a similarly configured 12.9-inch iPad Pro, with 256 GB of storage, the Smart Keyboard Folio and second-generation Apple Pencil, will cost around $1,480 in the US. Apple is just as guilty for selling accessories separately that are arguably central to the experience. We expected a bit more in advancements from the 7th Surface Pro tablet. USB-C is nice, but for a device at this price, it should be Thunderbolt 3. Plus, the display bezels are awfully thick for a tablet in 2019. The Surface Pro 7 isn't big enough of a leap over the Pro 6 for us to recommend it to either upgraders or folks just getting into Microsoft's tablet. I have included these product link in the description. You can check out this link for more information and latest price. Thank you for watching this video. Please hit the like button, share with your friends, and be sure to subscribe.